Alright, I see a lot of people online posting their baseball collections, so I'm just going to go ahead and post mine. I'm collecting for over 25 years now, and here's a little bit of what I have. We'll start with the top row with Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, Jolton Joe DiMaggio. Right over here, we have George Herman Ruth, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, Stan Musial, Yogi Berra, Ernie Banks. So you come down here to the next shelf, Eddie Matthews, Ralph Kiner, Al Kaline, Harmon Killebrew, Eno Slaughter, Duke Snider, James Cool Papa Bell, Pee Wee Reese, Louis Aparicio. Further down here, Warren Spahn and Johnny Sane with the inscription underneath, Pray for Rain. Right over here, Bob Feller, Whitey Ford, Bob Gibson, Don Drysdale. Very nice Sandy Koufax with the Hall of Fame 72 inscription. Robin Roberts, Hall of Fame 76. Nolan Ryan, Jim Palmer. So you scroll down here, Carl Yastrzemski, Triple Crown winner. Frank Robinson, Johnny Bench, Bobby Doerr, Juan Marshall, Carlton Fisk, Brooks Robinson, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October inscription, Willie McCovey. So we scroll down here to the next shelf, Mike Schmidt, Lou Brock, Tom Seaver, Bill Mazeroski, Pete Rose, which I know he's not in the Hall of Fame, but should be in my opinion. And he wrote, "I'm sorry, I bet on baseball." Next up, Raleigh Fingers. Just scroll down here to the last few. Don Sutton, Bob Lemon, Monty Irvin. Last one in this case is Gaylord Perry. And as you scroll down here to the next collection, it's a smaller case. I'm going to open it up just to get rid of the glare. I know there's a lot of glare in this room. As we go in here, Johnny Mize. This ball, no Hall of Famers, but it's special to me because it's signed by Bill Buckner and Mookie Wilson during the '86 World Series, the big play where it went through his legs. We have Andre Dawson, the Hawk. We have Steve Carlton. We have Randy Johnson. Down here we have George Kell, Richie Ashburn, Hoyt Wilhelm, Rod Carew. Right over here, this is ball with John Smoltz, Bobby Cox, and also Tom Glavine is on that as well. So we're scrolling down here, we have Don Larson, through a perfect game, 1956. Ryan Sandberg, Willie Stargell, Bill Madlock, the '76 World Series. This is a recent one from the TriStar Hidden Treasures collection. I pulled a Craig Biggio Hall of Fame autograph baseball. Over here, we have a Curt Schilling '07 World Series baseball sign. Down here, starting a little faded, but I got Derek Jeter to sign this several years ago during the '99 All-Star Game at Fenway Park. Not much has happened to this guy since, but Josh Beckett, this ball was actually used during the ALCS championship game against Cleveland in '07. Fred Lynn, Joe Torre, Tino Martinez is on this as well. This ball is from the 1991 Boston Red Sox. Highlights, Joe Morgan is the manager, Roger Clemens and Wade Boggs is on here. As we scroll down here, we have Phil Niekro. This is Bobby Cox with a few other Braves players. Mike Piazza. This ball right here has Scott Rowland and a few other Philadelphia Phillies from the early 2000s. This is Miguel Tejada. From here, I try to be a little well-rounded with my collection. So there's So I lock this up real quick. Right up in here, I do a lot of cards as well. I'm a big fan of the old time Goudey play ball series, things of that nature. So top shelf there is Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, to Mickey Mantle, Mel Ott, Joe Cronin. Right here is Rogers Hornsby, Tris Speaker, Jimmy Fox, Eddie Collins, Lefty Grove, Ted Williams. As we scroll down here, we have a few cards from the 1909 T206 period. We have a Christy Mathewson, and right down here, so you can see, we have Cy Young. The rest in here ranges everything from more Ted Williams, Roberto Clemente, Sandy Koufax, Roger Maris, Kai Yastrzemski rookie card. As we scroll over here, I'm also a big fan of the 1956 top set, and everything in this case here, apologies again for the glare, is all the highlights from this 56 set. My favorite card being the 1956 Mickey Mantle. Also up here, we have Jackie Robinson, Ernie Banks, Hank Aaron. We have Eddie Matthews, Willie Mays, Warren Spahn. Over in the corner here, again, apologize for the glare, Ted Williams, Don Larson, Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, Pee Wee Reese. Over on the wall here, we do have a wide range of different photographs, ranging from Michael Jordan to Johnny Pesky to Mickey Mantle, Johnny Bench, David Ortiz. Over here is sort of a little variety, Muhammad Ali, even Arnold Schwarzenegger over there, Joe DiMaggio. Right over here, we have a autographed wrestling boot signed by Hulk Hogan. All of these do have certifications from either PSA, DNA, James Spence, TriStar, or I got them in person. As we go up above over here, Smokey Joe Wood on the right, and we have Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra on the left there. I met Smokey Joe Wood's son at a Bo Sox dinner, and he sent me that picture autographed a few months later, going on about 15 years ago. Bobby Orr, Warren Spahn, Johnny Sane. As you scroll down in here into the cabinet, we have a little array of a few different things, from Nolan Ryan to Bobby Dorr, Ted Williams, Ozzy Osbourne, Frank Thomas. As you scroll down in here, anything from Paul Molitor to another Roger Clemens, even a John Elway signed mini football helmet. As you scroll down a little further in here, Ricky Henderson, Ralph Branca, Dante Bichette, Roberto Elomar, if you can see it, Walter Oppo, who was the Red Sox Rookie of the Year in 1950. A few others down here, from Sparky Anderson to Kirby Puckett. There's a canceled check signed by Smokey Joe Wood. We have Louis Tiant, who actually, a friend of mine was neighbors with him, and I guess you got to meet him and talk to him for a while. Very nice guy. Over in here, yeah, still old school wrestling fan. Was able to meet Triple H and have him sign my championship belt. Also a chair from WrestleMania, which he also signed when he was champ. Sorry for the messed up phone, the camera's not too good. Over here in the bat case here, I'll change the angle over here. We have balls on the bottom from Willie Mays to Ken Griffey Jr. to Ralph Branca. The bats are signed by Willie Mays, Ken Griffey, and this was actually signed by Pat Listash, and that was given to me at a game that I went to. He gave me that in the next game that he was there. He signed it for me. He was Rookie of the Year for the Milwaukee Brewers back in the early 90s. Coming in through here, we have Mark McGuire. We have a Dodgers team ball with Mike Piazza on it, Eric Harros, Tom Lasorda, Frank Thomas, Johnny Pesky, Joe Torre, and Bernie Williams is on there as well. right over and through here. I'm actually gonna turn this light off so we can actually see a little better. Actually, it doesn't do anything. So this boxing glove signed by Mike Tyson. Right up here we have an autographed boxing glove by Joe Frazier. Right on top, it's tough to see the inscription due to the lack of the ink, but that's Sugar Ray Leonard on that boxing glove there. And all the autographs up here, a lot of more current players from the early 2000s, late 90s, from anywhere from Roger Clemens or Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, Juan Gonzalez, a lot of steroid era players, Manny Ramirez, Rafael Palmeiro, Alex Rodriguez. It's a lot of guys from the steroid era. Unfortunately, it's not really worth much, more or less for nostalgia purposes. And then one of the last things up here, Arlie Ermy, who was the drill instructor in Full Metal Jacket. Got to meet him a while ago. And over here is Dave Collins, used to be a Boston Celtic basketball player. So that's pretty much it. A few other things over here that we have. I went to Johnny Pesky's 80th birthday party, and Dom DiMaggio was there, so I got a lithograph signed by Johnny Pesky, and I chased Dom DiMaggio out in the parking lot, and he signed that as well. It's right down here is a little important to me. Signed by Mo Vaughn when his first weekend back to Fenway, once he was with the Angels, and those two things right there. There's a picture of me in ESPN magazine and the Herald. So my dad had that up for me years ago. My favorite player of all time, Frank Thomas. He's my favorite, and signed picture by him. Kai Yastrzemski autographed baseball hat, and this is a jersey signed by Frank Thomas. He did sign the back of it right down through here, and I do get everything verified by PSA DNA to make sure that it is authentic. So at any rate, we'll be adding some more later this week. I have a Satchel Paige autographed baseball coming in, Joe Cronin, George Steinbrenner, Billy Williams, and possibly a Pedro Martinez. So we'll see what happens. So at any rate, that's my collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll update you guys soon. Thanks.